Hey guys, it's Jan from Bitcoin Bankers here, and I just want to do maybe a little 5-minute thing on where I'm actually at. I've placed a live trade. I'm doing a little bit of a short-term day trade here on Bitcoin Cash. Okay, where am I at? I bought 0.61. Okay, so it's a little over half, probably about $900, something like that, maybe $1,100 around there. And I just want to see where she goes. I actually got in at, here's my order. So it partially fulfilled it. So it got most of it, is what it means, at $18.18. So that's where I got in, okay? It was a little bit further back here somewhere. Currently 15, and there's a real struggle on for dominating this coin in the next sort of few hours. So here is our order book, okay? And what's happening is these are all the orders that are going in. These are buy orders, and these are your sell orders, okay? If you have a look, you got to be careful. Don't just think these are people buying into the exchange and letting it go up. These could actually be sell orders being completed, okay? So someone's put if they're doing margin trading and they put a short in, these are the shorts. Some of these could be shorts coming through, right? Usually like little bursts like this one. And then, the other ones over here could be ones that are just buying back in to close the sell order, okay? So they appear as a buy order. So always be cautious about what's actually happening in these books, okay? So that's why you're seeing sort of levels right down here going, oh, yeah, they're sitting there ready to be completed if they're part of a margin trade, all right? Don't think that because the green's going up, it means it's buying. That's not really what it means, and same with the selling, okay? But what you're seeing here is a wall of resistance at a certain price against the sell. So for buying, if there's a whole lot of buy orders that come through like you're seeing right now, it'll slow down around the 1806 and it'll start to fight back, okay? And because there's so many buy orders here, if the buy orders are overwhelming the sell orders, it's going to create a greater wall and create that resistance. So you can actually just sit here and watch these and know what's sort of going on. But if you come up to your candles, you can see that we had a doji here, and now she's sort of, the sells are starting to buy. It looks like it might be moving into a bit of a consolidation phase here very shortly. I'm not quite sure. It could turn around and just boom. That would be really nice. We'll just see where it goes. Okay, so I might hold this for maybe... let's have a look. Yeah, look, this might end up going down a little bit further. So maybe I would have a cutoff point and say, look, if it can get back up to 18.15 or 18.12, maybe I'll just look at buying out and so selling out and just get my money back. I was hoping that it would actually make a better move because there was a cup and handle here that was appearing. And it kind of responded to that, but it hasn't really played out as well as what I was hoping for. However, we do have that move. It's been a big buy, then it's kind of curled off, and now you can see it's starting to move down a little bit more. Now that price may just correct and sort of curl and go back up, and it'll break through these, hopefully, but this could take hours. That's why I'm willing to sort of let it maybe sit. At the moment, it's 5 p.m. And what could happen if this keeps sitting along this line? I don't know. I might look at jumping out because, we don't want it to sort of keep going down. Now, it looks like from my Saturday trade, I looked at Bitcoin Cash. If you go back to the last video I did, and I had our estimations for Bitcoin Cash. I still stick by them very strongly, okay? And from here, it looks like, oh, well, you've gone off the rails there, boy. It's not sticking to its upward trajectory. Well, this is on the 5-minute. So let me show you what happens when we go to 1 hour. Okay. Still looks like it's moving away a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, because I did say it would go above the line, and it'll probably dip under the line. And that's what it did. Ethereum did the same thing. If you go back to the Ethereum videos for probably August, September, it's doing the same thing. It just go around that line like a snake. Okay. Now let's go to the day. Okay. And there we are. And I'm going to correct this. Whoops. Don't want that. Let's tidy these up a little bit. So on the day, hasn't actually really strayed much at all, has it? Because all that smaller candlestick volume has just been condensed down into that day sell. So really not a lot to worry about at the moment. It's just pulling a doji here as usual. We've got a hammer. It's actually an inverted hammer, but that's all right. It's a hammer. And, you know, we could just see, all right, like I said, I keep having this feeling that it's going to move down a little bit and then she's going to curl back up and over again. And we will continue to follow that trade. She's sitting quite nicely along the top there, and it's only natural that it's going to go under a little bit. So if you're holding Bitcoin Cash, don't worry too much. We're still heading towards that trajectory of, you know, 5th of January 2018. Will it reach 34? I'd like to think so. Well, it might come close. We'll have to wait and see. That's a big hike. That's a big hike because at the moment it's 1,800. So it's going to have to travel, you know, $1,600. You know, $1,400 thereabouts. Can it do it? Yeah, it can. It can. In that time frame, I don't know. But like I said, this is why it's trajectory, it's speculation, and yeah, take it as a grain of salt. But it does give you an idea. The one thing too is that if you have a look, we've actually been sort of holding a lot of support between 1,100 and sort of the 17 mark there anyway. So there's a fair bit of ground for it to sort of be holding these prices and at this strength. Let's go back to the trading floor. Here we go. So she's still moving along. Still moving along. You know, it's starting to tighten down now. And you can see I've created a new barrier here. Let's see if I can go to this a bit. And I might have to go to a different time frame because I'll do it on this as well. Okay. So you can see she's still working in this kind of wedge flag, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if it's a flag, it's basically coming down from here. If I was to do it on a smaller one, on a higher chart. I'm calling it a wedge. Call it a paddle pop if you want to. It doesn't really matter, does it? We can see the formation, and it's looking pretty good. It's not just scraping the bottom of the line here and just trying to work its way up heavily. There's some pretty decent levels of resistance here, and you could move that down if you want to probably here. We have quite a strong level of support here. Okay. That's around the 1750 and the 1900. So there's a pretty good range to play, and we want to see it to come down and shoot out. Okay, that would be ideal. That's what we're waiting for. So that's Bitcoin Cash. Another one to look at the moment too would be interesting. Something that's going on in this. Where is it? EOS. EOS is having pretty much the same battle at the moment. Yeah, there's a battle for price, as you can see. But EOS is actually I'll bring this one up because I did EOS over here. I think it was on the Bitfinex one. Yep. And let's go to maybe the 1 hour. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that one. It might be. Okay. So you can see EOS is technically in that bearish kind of downward channel. The coin overall is very bullish, don't get me wrong. It's very bullish. But at the moment, it's having this bearish kind of channel. But I think it's got a fair bit of momentum. She's got some good support around this price here. As we go back, I'll just shrink that down. So looking pretty good, you know. Maybe I should have bought that. I'll probably get more for my dollar in that one. But we don't know where this is ending yet, and it's still on a bit of a down curve. This is the 1 hour, and it's still starting to curve down. So we might see it sort of come down a little bit more, and then, you know, hit this support, and then maybe she'll take off again. All all we can do is wait and see, okay? So that's what's happening with EOS. And if we have a look at the volume, the trade volume, which I've been talking about for a long time, always watch the volume, how things are moving, how things are going, okay? Now, some people disagree, some people will agree. Why is that doing that? I don't need that. So people go, oh, volume doesn't tell you anything. Well, I think volume actually tells you everything. Okay? How much is moving in, how much is moving out. And it can change quite radically, very quickly. So, again, there's that bearish pattern that we saw before in here. Okay? Sort of moving down in that channel. Okay? Lower lows, lower highs. Okay, but it's only very small. It's not a major thing. Okay, it's just a bit of a general correction and getting its price right, and I think it'll get ready to turn around. So we have a look here. Look at the size of the volume here, guys. You got 43,000. Same with the selling. Look, there's 90,000. You know, some of these are just that's a total order there. 170. This is the number of coins. This is the amount of coins. 168 EOS, 50,000 EOS. Look at that. Huge. You got 40,000 here. There's so much more here, and it's creating that big wall of buy resistance against the sellers. Okay, so as I was saying before when we first opened the video, don't be fooled by thinking that because the green's going up, it means the price is going to go up. That's not what's happening, okay? This is just basically a representation of the orders being placed. They could be sell from margin orders. They could be buy-ins as they're hitting. And so as when it gets to the top here, that's when those orders are being filled, okay? So you kind of want to be keeping your eye around this level. And as you see at the moment, look at the sell and the buy is almost equal. So it should, sooner or later, we'll probably get a doji here. Okay. It's on the 1 hour. Let's go the 5 minute. So having a bit of volume sell off there. It's running a bit slow. Let's go the 1 minute. Yeah, so you get this gap. There we are. What's that one before? There's that doji. There, see? Because the price. Ooh, geez, it's looking good on the 1 minute. She's going to move. It's going to move. So, as you can see, that's what's happening. So what's happening here is being reflected as a candle over here. There you go, it just turned red. So we got a nice sell there. Could go down a fair bit. I mean, here's your price, giving you an indication. There's a wall, 7.85 or $7.80. Yep, $7.80. And this will move around a little bit, as you can see. So it's just a battle of, tug of war. Who's going to win, the buyers or the sellers? And that's what you're looking at. So I hope that's helped you understand a bit about the order books and the volumes and things like that. Oop, I'll open that up again. Okay. And we'll just have to keep watching and see where things go, guys. It's interesting that it keeps falling like that. So as you can see, technically the sellers are holding the ground. Look at that. There you go. Ooh. I can tell you, if you have a look down here, there's another buy ready to come in. A big head of buy. Look, 50,000 ready to sell. 11,000 ready to sell. On this side, we've got 36,000. Now they could be part of this, as someone puts in a sell contract, it sets up an order, okay, to buy when they want to jump out of that margin short, okay. So there's just so much volume going on here. 46,000. There you go. Just look at that. Okay, that's how much is moving. So it can get kind of difficult to keep your eye on that, but you just want to sort of look at here, look at where the walls are, okay, of that. Of resistance. Will they consume the sell, so the buy? Okay, so there you go. Look, big gap. There is a little bit of delay going on too. Okay, so just got to sit back and watch and see how she goes. Anyway, this is Bitcoin Bankers. I hope that's helped and I'll see you next time. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll put a link for my Bitcoin bankers on Facebook. And I want to start getting into a habit very shortly of just putting up tips about what I think I'm sort of looking at moving into, or what I have moved into, and go from there. You know, if it interests you, you can just like the page and see how you go. But you've got to make your own decisions. Anyway, that's me out. Otherwise, I'll keep talking. Have a good one. Cheers.